Hello everybody. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to find the equation of a line between any 2 points. Now, before we get started, right, okay, it must be sort of referenced that we have this formula for gradient, and many teachers are going to use this, and it's a great formula. However, I'm not going to be referencing this too much in this video, and that is because I want you to get a feel for what's happening on the graph, and this really helps later with a lot of geometry problems we have on the coordinate plane. Okay, so we can use that, but I'm not going to be in this video. So let's just jump in straight into this, right? We have got 2 points here, 4, 8, and 10, 11. We're going to find the equation that sort of joins these points, and it's going to be a straight line. Now, that means straight away, if it's a straight line equation, it's going to look like this. Y equals mx plus, and then some number on the end, c. And you should remember from the previous video that the m is the gradient and the c is the y-intercept. Okay, now the place to start here is the gradient, because without drawing the graph itself, it's going to be very hard to find that y-intercept. So let's just start with a little visual and just think about what's going on here. So we've got 2 points. We've got, let's say, 4, 8, look, and 10, 11 would be a bit to the right and a bit going up as well. So what's the gradient? Well, if you think about it, if you've got this line here, the distance going up is going to be the distance between the y coordinates, right? 8 and 11. So that is going to be 3. Now that formula you saw earlier, okay, just means do 11 take away 8 from the y coordinates, right? Okay. Now, the x coordinates reveal the distance across. So from 4 to 10 is a distance of 6, right? If an x coordinate started off being at 4 and it's now at 10, that's a move of 6. And what we did there really was 10 take away 4, right? Okay, so this formula that you can use, you get the y coordinates, do 1 take away the other, and the x coordinates, do 1 take away the other. It's got to be done in the same order for both though. So I need to work out this gradient, and that is going to be 3 divided by 6. Well, clearly that's a half. So straight away, we've got our gradient, and that can be inputted into our formula. Y equals a half of x plus something we still have to find. Now, we're not going to be drawing any graphs, so we can't just look and find that y-intercept, but we're going to use a trick. We are going to use substitution, because we know that when we have x is 4, we absolutely know the outcome is y is 8, right? Okay. So let's use that to help us. So we know that y is 8, right? When x is 4. So I'm going to sub in those numbers, right? Y is 8, look, x is 4. This has got to work. And this is like an equation now. We've got all the things we need to find out what that c is, because 8 is equal to, well, a half times 4 is 2. So 2 plus c, well, if I take 2 from both sides, we can clearly see that c is going to be 6. So final answer then, look, to this, the original question, our equation is y equals a half x plus 6. And I'm finished. Okay, let's do another one, right? Let's do another one. Let's pick B from this question here. We've got 2 points. Let's see if we can work this out a little bit quicker. Right, well, change in y over change in x is going to help us find that gradient. So what's the change in y? It's the difference between these 2 x coordinates. So 32 take away 20. And then the change in the x's underneath, well, it's got to be done in the same order. So 7 take away 3. So if we work that out, we're going to have 12 divided by 4, which is 3. So straight away, we know y is equal to 3x plus c, right? We fit that gradient there in front of that x. Okay, so now let's sub in one of these 2 coordinate points. I'll pick that first one. We know that when y is 20, that happens when x is 3. Okay, that's that coordinate point, 320. So following through on this, 20 is going to be 9 plus c. And now if we take 9 from both sides, we're going to be left with c is equal to 11. And so going back to the original, we can just pop that into here. Y is equal to 3x plus 11. All right, one more. Let's do this. This looks a little bit different. Is this going to be easier or more complex than the previous question? So it says a line has a gradient of -4 and passes through the point with coordinate 5, 7. What's the equation of the line? Well, this looks, at least initially, to be a little bit easier because we've already given the gradient. Y equals -4x plus c must be the format of this equation. We've got the gradient already. Just like last time, let's sub in y is 7 and x is 5, and that's going to help us to find out what that c is. So if I do that, I'm going to have 7 is worth -20 plus c. I'm now going to add 20 to both sides. So that will be 27 is equal to c. My final answer for this equation is y equals -4x plus 27. Okay, I hope that helps. That was quite a simple one at the end there. So don't be put off by some of these differently worded questions.